I want to run through some random moments and get you to recall the stories because, you know, very clearly it seems like you've had fun. And the first one being when you're being chased by the Florida Highway Patrol for 20 miles down the highway going 120 miles per hour in your Ferrari.
With my buddy Nigel Mansell. He was a Formula One world champion. Yeah, that was one of the crazy things. All you children out there, don't even think about doing that. That's no-no. But anyway, we were going down to pick up my car that had just arrived, and it was a Testarossa. And I drove it back, and Nigel drove another car of mine, and he started showing off his Formula One skills, I guess, and all of a sudden we were doing this ridiculous speed on 95, and it took the police a long time to catch up to us, pull us over.
And you could see the police trailing you, and you guys just kept going.
Well, not at the end, not in the beginning. It was only at the end because you're concentrating so much on what you're doing, right? You didn't want to make a mistake, and so you're oblivious to anything else going on. So by the time he caught up and got us, you know, he came to me and we had a little chat, and he was going to give me a ticket, and I said, hey, if you're going to give me a ticket, you got to go out there and give that guy a ticket too, because I was racing him. Nice guy, hard dog my friend in. So anyway, we were lucky.
You didn't get a ticket?
No, we didn't get a ticket. We were very lucky. We got a warning, a wrap across the knuckles. He had a look at the car, and was very impressed with the car. It was one of the first few that come into the country, and that was it.
You're 88 feet under the water scuba diving. And all of a sudden you're out of air.
Man, you got all the good stories, right? Yes, I was scuba. I just speared a group of maybe 10 or 15 minutes earlier, and to get it out of the hole, I actually went into this hole in the coral rock, and unbeknownst to me, my regulator hose got nicked right on the where it joins into the regulator, and I was leaking air. Anyway, I came out, I got the fish, boom, 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 and 10 or 15 minutes later, I could, you know, if you ever try to put your hand over your mouth and breathe in, that's exactly it. You feel it first, and then there's nothing. So it's really a panicky feeling, to tell you the truth, because the first thing I did was I checked my gauge, I saw where my buddy was. My buddy was probably 30 feet from me, which I assessed, 88 feet, 30 feet. I knew with what air I had in my lungs, it would expand as I went up. So I decided to go for the surface and not for my buddy.
Which is very dangerous to ascend that quickly.
It is. You have to be very controlled of where you are, you know, because I knew I didn't have much air left in my lungs. So what I did was I put my hand on my regulator, on my BC, and tried to have it inflate as much as it could going up. And the last 10 or 15 feet before the surface broke, I was done. And I got the bends a little bit. There's no question about it, because I came up a little bit too quick in the last 45 feet.
Did you think that was it?
Once I got there, I was going to be fine. It was just a matter of whether I blacked out getting there, and they would recognize it from the boat. So, but that was an interesting experience.
How do you go about deciding what you put on that bucket list? And I know you've wanted to go down the Amazon before, climb all the mountains in Tibet. You know, things like that.
I think the mountain climbing is not physically mountain climbing, wall climbing, mountain hiking. I'm really into that. My wife and I truly enjoy that. When we're down in Atacama a couple of years ago, we went up to about 19,000 feet, and just under 19,000 feet, and we overlooked Chile one side, Bolivia the other side, and it was, you know, you're just on an area about half the size of this, and we're on top of a mountain. We go, how cool is this? And then you start looking at other opportunities, get into the 20,000 feet, and then get up maybe base camp, and then a little bit more. So as you get more and more confident about it, you feel, you know, the capabilities just get a little bit higher. They don't expect me to do, you know, scaling Mount Everest or anything like that, but things like that I really, really enjoy doing, because my fitness level allows me to do it, and my wife is extremely fit too, so that, you know, to be able to share that and do that together is very, very unique.